We haven't made it to our last frost date, but it's time to plant our onions. Hi friends, I'm Laura. This is Double Vision Homestead, and it's time to get your onions in the ground. So there are 3 different ways you can grow onions. 1, you can start them from seed. 2, you can buy sets, which are like little baby onions that you would get from the store, but they're really small. Starts, which is the number 3 way that you can grow onions, and they're just a dormant version of a start. So if you start from seed, when you plant them in the garden, you'll be planting starts. If you plant from sets, it's a start that's been made to be dormant. They're all the same. There's not some special secret about growing onions. It's just there's different ways to do them. I prefer to get starts. It just has been more successful for me. I have done sets. My dad still does sets, and he is very successful with growing onions. So there's not a wrong way to do it. It's just a preference. The only reason I haven't grown from seed is I just have never done it before. So that's probably more successful. And I have onions that go to seed every year. I could save them and grow them the next year, but I just haven't done that yet. Maybe that'll be my new project for next year. But this is a start. It's what you would get if you planted them from seed indoors. Once they're ready to go outside, they would look like this. Actually, they'd probably look a little happier than this. So I order my starts online. These are from Dixondale Farms. There's other places you can get them from. It's just they're pretty reasonably priced and they have a good selection. So I like to order from them. But they come in a big group like this, and each one is its own individual onion. They are dried out. They may not look super happy, but they've been sitting for a while. I didn't get them in the mail today, and that's okay. They can survive for up to 3 weeks before you plant them. Of course, the quicker the better, but it's been rainy and cold and snow and freezing, and I haven't wanted to be out in the garden. So today, we've got a little break in the rain, and I'm going to get my onions planted. So they're simple. You just pop these in the ground. That's all you have to do. The things you do need to know about onions while you're growing, though, is they are heavy feeders. If you're newer to gardening, you may not understand what that means, but it just means that they like a very rich soil. Lots of nutrients to get a big bulb on them. You can buy fertilizers, you can plant them in a heavy compost mix. It's really up to you. I use compost, but I also put them in similar places every year. So they do need a little bit of fertilizer. I am not the best at fertilizing my garden. It's just an extra step that I don't really love to do, but I do make sure that I fertilize them once, if not twice. Other people will suggest every week, but because I have decent soil, I don't feel the need for that, and it's just a lot of work to do that every week. Another important fact about onions that if you're new to growing them, there are different varieties. So I live in the north, so I grow long day onions because we have more daylight. That's why it's called long day. They need that, and they prefer that to be successful. Then there's short day, which is for the south, and then intermediate, which is the middle of the country in the US. So you really need to figure out where you live and figure out if you're a long day, intermediate, or short day, and get varieties that are listed for that, whether you're growing from seed sets or starts. So the varieties I'm growing this year, Walla Walla onion. If you have had Walla Walla onions, they are amazing. They're sweet, they grow huge, they are just great in the summer. Problem with them is they don't store well. They're not a storage onion. You eat them when they're ready and you enjoy them during the summer, but it's not an onion that you're going to enjoy year round. So I grow those for my enjoyment during the summer, and then I grow Patterson onions. So these are just a yellow storage onion. If I pick them when I should and I cure them and store them properly, I should have onions pretty much year round by growing these. There is skill in that. You need to pick them at the appropriate time, because if they stay in the ground too long, or you let them flower, or you don't cure them properly, they just won't store as long. When we get to that point in the summer, I will definitely go through how to cure and store your onions so that you can have them year round, but this is more, we got to get them in the ground. I'm also growing a blush variety, so this is more of the, it's kind of pink, it's more of a red type onion, but it also stores well. I can't eat a red onion every day. I do enjoy them, but it needs to last a long time. It's not like the Walla Walla where I'm gonna be happy about eating them every day. These are more of a, I just want them when I want them kind of thing. So I've got to get all these onions in the ground. Let's go do that.
So why do you plant random onions in different flower beds?
Well, I like to plant them mixed in with all my vegetables because it helps keep pests away. Bugs and animals don't necessarily like the strong smell of onions, so they stay away from the other plants that they're planted next to.
Gotcha.
We've got our onions planted. Now we just need to be patient. Onions take a very long time to grow. It is early March right now, and we won't be harvesting till probably mid to end July, probably. And so that's a long time. We just gotta be patient. We gotta keep them watered well, make sure they have great soil or fertilizer to keep them growing, and I will see you again soon in the garden. Please like, comment, and subscribe.